On 20th May 2023, a leading Middle East daily, Arab News, published a story titled Neither Fatah nor Hamas. Arab News YouGov poll shows Palestinians want nothing to do with their leadership. This survey was published on the occasion of the 75th anniversary of Nakba, of the 1948 permanent displacement of a majority of the Palestinian Arabs. The survey was conducted by the UK polling firm YouGov along with Arab News, and the survey was titled Prospects, Peace and Politics. Where do Palestinians stand? Unsurprisingly, the survey found that an overwhelming majority of Palestinians, 86% of the 693 who expressed a view, believe that the current Israeli government is not serious about signing a peace deal, a prospect about which only 14% remained optimistic. The four-time leader of Israel, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, is not seen very favorably by the people of Palestine. This was hardly surprising. The surprising element comes later on. The surprise comes in the form of 63% of Palestinians, respondents who felt unrepresented by either Hamas or Fatah. The two factions could attract the confidence of only 11% and 19% respectively in their favor. An American journalist of Palestinian origin, author and media consultant Ramzi Baroud told Arab News that the results of its YouGov poll are consistent with the reality on the ground. Indeed, this lack of leadership on the part of the Palestinian Authority, coupled with the factional divide, has pushed Palestinians to mobilize around different sets of values and a different kind of leadership. Hamas, which was founded in 1987 after the first Intifada, holds a majority in the Palestinian Legislative Council, the legislature of the Palestinian National Authority. But it maintains a military wing and is designated a terrorist organization by the United States and some other states, including the United Kingdom. Hamas was responsible for the 7th October 2023 attack on the State of Israel. Fatah is currently the second largest party in the Palestinian Legislative Council. It was founded in 1959 by Yasser Arafat and others as the Palestinian National Liberation Movement. Fatah had a long history of terrorism, but in the late 1980s, it renounced violence in favor of pursuing a diplomatic path towards a two-state solution. Palestinians lost trust in their leadership years ago. The journalist Baroud was quoted by the news organization. These trends are, however, not just reflective of the situation in Palestine, but broadly in the entire region of Middle East. In December 2019, Economist carried a story under the title of Arabs are losing faith in religious parties and leaders. Using data from Arab Barometer, a pollster that surveys Arab countries, The Economist found across the region the share of people expressing trust in political parties, most of which have a religious tint, has fallen by well over a third since 2011 to just 15%. The share of Iraqis who say they do not trust political parties at all rose from 51% to 78%. The decline in trust for Islamist parties is similarly dramatic, falling from 35% in 2013, when the question was first widely asked, to just 20% in 2018. The doubts extend to religious leaders as well. In 2013, around 51% of respondents said they trusted their religious leaders to a great or medium extent. When a comparable question was asked last year, the number was down to just 40%. The share of Arabs who think religious leaders should have influence over government decision-making is also steadily declining. State religious actors are often perceived as co-opted by the regime, making citizens unlikely to trust them. Michael Robbins of Arab Barometer was quoted in the 2019 story by The Economist. Arab Barometer, the polling organization, has continued to run surveys. The recent survey results that they have just put out, and you can see the visualization on the screen, shows that this decline has only picked up pace. In the latest wave of visualizations, the trust in elected representatives, as you can see, has continued to go down. The trust deficit in these countries means that there is a greater need to understand what the people, the civic groups, and the opposition in these countries want. And perhaps the leaders speaking in their name, from Hamas to Iraqi leadership, might not enjoy their confidence. The Middle East is a volatile region, and yet we know very little about the people who live in that part of the world. More and more research and more research organizations are needed to understand what is it that is driving a wave of change in that part of the world, if the world wants a lasting solution and peace. Till that time, what we can do is not have preconceived notions of a huge heterogeneous part of the world. Thank you for watching.